The tool you will need for unboxing is a knife. Slice through the tape sealing the outer box. Remove the GMB100. Check the package for parts, manuals, and tools, and make sure nothing is missing. Front fork. The tools you will need for front fork assembly are 12mm and 15mm wrenches. Align the concave side of the front fork with the frame. Thread the handlebar out from the front fork and set it aside. Note that the handlebar should be threaded out from the left side of the front fork and head tube, i.e., threaded out from the right side of the frame. Loosen the screws on the bearings. Insert the bearings into the connection between the front fork and the head tube. Tighten the screws and secure them with 12mm and 15mm wrenches. Front tire. The tools you will need for front tire assembly are 14mm and 19mm wrenches. Loosen the screws on the bearings and thread the bearings successively into the front fork, spacer, and tire. Ensure that the tread on the tire, with the pointed edges facing forward. Please ensure that the bearings are inserted in the direction indicated by the arrow. Place the other spacer on the opposite side of the tire, and thread the bearing through it. Thread the nut onto the end and secure it using 14mm and 19mm wrenches. Handlebar. The tools you will need for handlebar assembly are 10mm and 13mm wrenches. First, loosen the screws on the handlebar presses, then separate the upper handlebar press from the lower handlebar press. Then place the lower pressure block beneath the handlebar, then insert the screws of the upper handlebar press into the screw holes of the lower handlebar press. Insert the entire handlebar press into the screw holes above the front fork. Secure the handlebar press in place using a nut. Follow the same process with the second handlebar presses. Adjust the handlebar's angle to securely fasten the handlebar press in place. Tighten the handlebar presses using a 10mm and 13mm wrench. Front fender. The tool you will need for front fender assembly is hex screwdriver. Place the front fender onto the front fork. Fasten the front fender in place with screws and tighten them using hex screwdrivers.